Ignition sequence start. 3, 2, 1.
Houston, we have a problem.
Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
We copy you on the ground. You got a bunch of guys about to turn blue.
What you're seeing here is a mirage.
This is a test. This station is conducting a test of the emergency broadcasting system. This is only a test.
Welcome. This is the Jeranism show.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. This is the Speaker's Corner, where we speak truth, see truth. Speaker's Corner, yeah, they see through, we see you. Speaker's Corner, where the people get to talk, where real ideas and thoughts spark. This is all on the Speaker's Corner. 3 minutes hit the spotlight. Speaker's Corner, where 3 minutes gets your mind right. Speaker's Corner, where the people get to talk, where real ideas and thoughts spark. This is all on the Speaker's Corner.
Yeah, boy. You know what time it is, right? It's time for yet another edition of the number one show on Thursdays ever. That show is Speaker's Corner. Welcome. Welcome all. We've got some fun for you now. If I could only get this up there, we would be good. There we are. We're on to episode number 37. Believe that or not. 37, I believe is how you say it in Hispaniola. Hello, everybody in the chat. YouTube, Rokfin, wherever you might be. Let's get it popping. We got some stuff to do today. Remember, we're going to manifest live today. That is one thing we've got going on. That is fantastic stuff. And what else do we got going today? We're just going to take your calls and have a little conversation, a little chat, if you will. So we got the jars, we got the apple. We're ready to go here. Let's do that first. Well, there's some music in the background. So what are we doing? We are going to attempt a manifesting trick here. But what I'm going to need from you guys is your help. As you'll see to my... can't see it well. Right here. There is a hate sign. Right here. There is a love sign. Now, you may not be able to read them. Probably can't. Could be a little bit larger, but you can see it close enough, yeah? We've got 2 brand new mason jars. Never been opened. Never been touched. Turn this down a little bit. Now, I can make no guarantees or even claims about this because, number one, I did do the recent ice test and worked completely perfectly with my voice, but did not work at all with my thoughts. So I don't know if I'm doing that wrong or I got to do a couple more times. Did it twice, didn't work at all. So maybe thoughts are not as powerful as words. We're going to find that out. So I just opened both jars. I've got a 6-sided die so we can determine which one is going to be love and hate and not just pick it ourselves. Here's the apple. As you can see, it looks quite, wow, that looks nice and red. That's a good one. So I'm going to cut 2 ends off of this that are almost equal so that one can fit in each jar. We're going to do that first. Let me think what I want to do about what 2 sides are going to be equal. That one and that one. Yes, that'll work. Let's cut this one. Did everybody get to see the old Bill Nelson ad? Well, maybe we could play that after. Okay, let's see here. Okay, I'm pretty happy with those. We've got 2 fairly equal slices. Okay, they look the same. We don't know which one's going to be which either. I'm dropping them both in the jars as we speak. They're in there. We are sealing them. They'll never be opened again. Seal. Seal. Okay. Now, how can I roll the dice so that... Can you guys be able to see? You won't be able to see it? Yeah, we'll do it on this. Maybe here? And I'll do like that. Yeah. So I'm going to roll the dice on here. And let's see here. Which way do I want to do it? I've got 2 jars here. I want to make sure you can see what I'm doing. Well, this one. Well, let's see here. I'm going to put them behind me so you can see I'm not doing anything funky. There's that one over there. And can you see it? That's kind of over there. And this one over here. They're not at their locations yet. We're going to say that to my right, over there by the Jeranism sign, that's going to be odd. And to my left is even. Odd is to my right. Okay? And even to my left. So we'll say, where are we going to put the... Which jar is going to be the love? And I just need to remember what I said. Odd to my right, even to my left. Odd right, even left. Okay, so which one's going to be the love jar? And, oh, you got to do it up here. Here we go. And it is a seis. It is an even, which means it's going to be the love jars on the left. Okay, this is going to be this one. And I'm just going to write some love stuff on here. I'm writing love you. And we'll write on the side here, stay fresh. And right on the back here. Perfect. Okay, so we got some nice things on here. So this is going to be you're just going to concentrate all your energy today during the show. Whenever you think about it, I'll bring it up a few times on the love jar. And thinking very nice things to it. Okay, on the hate jar, it's over here. We are going to write, I hate you. Very harsh. I know our parents always say that. We don't use that word. We don't say that. I hate you. Right on this side, you're ugly and disgusting. Okay. There you go. You're ugly and disgusting. And which right over here, puke. Good word. He's gonna puke. All right, there we go. So you got the ugly one over here. Where can you best see it? You can see it right above that paper a little bit. There. All right, so start directing your energy, and we're going to see by the end of the show if we've made a difference. So we are telling the one over here how much we love it, and we're telling the one over here that it's a garbage excuse for a fruit. All right. And let's put the knife somewhere where Mabby doesn't wander in and do a sever job. Beautiful. All right, so we got that out of the way. Keep that apple over here. I might have some of that during the show. And this goes over here. Boom. Boom. Let's end that. Okay, we got that good. We got that good. Do you guys want to watch the... we'll watch the Bill Nelson one time, and then we'll be ready to go. Everybody, I know you're there. Just give me a second. I'll say hello to the chat. If you don't know what happened, and by the way, this has been requested, so we're going to do it again on Tuesday. We'll probably do something different. I don't know if it'll be a song. It'll be something chat related, much like this. So what we did is at the end of the comedy hour on Tuesday, I told the audience, the chat, that I would just be randomly selecting things that they said in the chat, and we would throw it all into the AI and let the AI do the voice of Bill Nelson or Neil Belson, whatever his name is. And he's the current administrator of NASA, member of Skull and Bones, 12 years as the Space Appropriations Committee head with Senate and House of Representatives, and an all-around 195 or 196-year-old person, it seems like. So we did it all live on the air. If you haven't seen that show, go check it out. It's Tuesday's season 2, episode 12, I believe. And we came out with this in just, the end of one show. And we were done. We were ready to go. And that was the very awesome final ad. Enjoy it. Remember, this is all... There's some things in here that make me laugh so much. One of them is why somebody threw in there buy Bitcoin. I'm not really sure. Somebody says that. Because, again, I was just grabbing whatever anybody wrote. And then we threw it all together, kind of organized it a little bit, and we got something pretty hilarious. If you haven't seen it, you're in for a treat. If you've seen it, it gets funnier every time, I have to tell you. We'll be right back. Here is your head administrator of NASA, the Crypt Keeper himself, Bill Nelson. Enjoy.
Hi, I'm Neil Belson, your NASA administrator, so check yourself, bitch. 2023 is shaping up to be tremendous here at NASA. But we do need more money. Your donation will make you an immediate 33rd degree Mason. And that means you can wear an apron and hide secrets like we do, and that's really cool. Yes, we do fake everything
NASA.
We show you, but retards believe it, and so we will continue stealing money and presenting you with CGI. But we also will be providing you with an inclusive and a diverse staff. We are never going to stop fondling your imagination and reaching you in your unreachable parts. And we will do it bigger, faster, and harder than ever before. Thanks to the money we steal daily, we're committed to going to the stars in just 8 more years. Remember to buy Bitcoin. Did I mention that aero-arousal technology to probe space is right around the corner? And you should sign up soon. No, not for my secret society, the Book of the Snake. That's a Yale secret, and you're just a crappy citizen, and we here at NASA owe you nothing. Did we mention we could use some more money for our budget? But you too can be a part of the NASA team. Just be African American or female or trans. In fact, you can even identify as gravity, and you're in. Easy peasy. Eat your sugar pops, drink your fluoridated water, and study physics at any university. We know you can't get enough of our Fartimus. Fartimus has never been so engulfing as it is here at NASA. If you're wondering how old I am, the answer is 197. I am so old I fart dust. Or as we say here at the Cape, I Fartimus dust. If you're also wondering who told me to lie to you and the world, it was my father, Satan. Now the main question on everyone's mind is who should be sent to your anus first? Which African American should plant the anti-white privilege flag on the surface of the moon, which, by the way, we will now color black or rainbow? The moon can no longer be white. Clearly it is a white as a result of the original paternal layout for the white man to inflict harm on his poor black brother. Just ask Lyndon B. Johnson. Also, the moon is being renamed as of today. It is now called the Rock-Hard George Floyd. At NASA, you will learn the health benefits of adrenochrome. You'll learn that we like children and chocolate ice cream. You will also learn about our new spacesuits, which are also black because only black is good. We even added lights on that helmet now as well. Space is good. Neil deGrasse Tyson is good. And many feel Caitlyn Jenner should be black, but we forgive them they and hope them they is first on the moon. Followed by Lamar Odom. We bring in currently $70 million a day, and you people aren't happy that we brought you Tang and Velcro, even though Velcro was around before we were. Remember, we found Klingons on your anus. We sent the first all-gay crew past near-Earth orbit. Granted, many of the crew were disgusting, but you don't yell at the sun for being 867,000 miles wide. Here at NASA, you can identify as anything: gay, bisexual, trans, relativity, just not Republican. And I will have you know, we here at NASA really happen to love balls. All we do all day is fondle balls, CGI balls, cartoon balls, and hairy balls. We will welcome this year an intern. His name is Billy. I just had a session with him this morning and asked him all the important NASA questions like, "Hey Billy, have you ever seen a grown man naked put on a spacesuit? It is simply breathtaking. I could show you sometime, but you are never going to join NASA, Billy, because you still are into disgusting heterosexual things, which really are racist, and you don't want to be a bigot, Billy. Be like NASA. Be hella gay and most likely confused about your gender. Don't just lick the globe, deep-throat it. Inch by inch, you'll get there, Billy. Come float through infinite darkness with us, where you can and can't see stars, where we lost that technology, and it's a painful process to listen to the retard Don Petit. He was selected from over 4,000 applicants. 3,999 of them were dead. But that's okay because Don Pettit always reminds us of the Magellanic Clouds and boofing cosmic stardust. Artemis 2.0 will be the size of 33 school buses and 2 flamingos. When we are done colonizing the moon in 2023, our next mission will be to a large black hole near your anus. Rumor has it smells like shit there. But you will probably have COVID, so you won't have a sense of smell. By the way, we here at NASA require only 1 booster for every meal you have eaten in the past 6 months. Here at NASA, we've been popping phallic since the early 60s, and I need to take a nap soon, as again I am as old as the hills. So, hold on to your hats as we spin 1,000 miles per hour and fly around the sun at 66,666.666 miles per hour. Oh, I forgot to mention our speed around the sun is 66,666.666 miles per hour. Thanks for your money and sorry about all the lies. Here's to NASA, to diversity and beyond.
To diversity and beyond. Way to go, Bill. Excellent job, really. Really tremendous job. What is going on? Where is the moon? Bill? Where's the moon? Where is the moon? 1 second, let me find it. It is under that. Okay. I must have moved it. It must have gone over to here. And here. And let's see if we can find it. Come on, moon. Show yourself. Show yourself, moon. I don't know which one it is. This one? Oh, there it is. Found it. That was good. That was good. Let's see if everything lines up again. Looks good. Yeah? Yeah. Am I missing anything there? No. Remember, don't worry. We're not going to put stars. We'll be too realistic. We have to pretend like we were on the moon, just like NASA, and they can't see stars because of aperture and stuff. And what is going on, though? This whole thing's falling apart. Why is my camera just sticking out like that with no cool frame? Who knows? Who knows? And I think that should be worked. We're just going to check real quick with Brock Lesnar. Oh, God, they killed him. As God is my witness, they've broken him in half. Jim Ross, everybody. Jim Ross. Good old JR and the Bell's palsy. Prior to the vaccine, he's somebody who has Bell's palsy that I do not think you can blame on this particular one. It probably was a previous one, but all right, let's get the show on the road. Do I have anything else that I need to tell you about? Do I need to do? Are we ready? I believe we are good to go. Let's see who's over here. We've got first Trevor 7 in the house. Trevor. What's up, my friend? How are you?
Up, Jaron?
How's it going?
Oh, fantastic. Hey, I manifested something in your P.O. box. Have you checked that lately?
I have not, but I am going to now.
You should
You just by
definitely
doing
be
that, you
checking
just manifested me show up there right now. So
that.
impressive. Be nice if I get through the show first.
So I was wanting to talk about one of the things I sent you and not talk about the other things I sent you. The one thing I sent you is called Soleil, which is Himalayan salt crystals that are absorbed in either distilled or spring water for at least 8 hours. And they contain like 80 plus ionic minerals. And they do wonders for your body. And I'll show you how to make it right here and now. I'll get you a glass jar with a wooden or plastic or rubber lid. Never use anything metal because it's very corrosive.
Okay.
Submerge the stones in water. Like
those are large.
I'll show you. Here's an actual stone.
They're huge.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
They're
okay.
Beautiful too. I mean, they are the real deal. And make sure here, I'll show you the box so you guys can get the right kind. Yeah, you can order these from the company themselves, or they're available on Amazon.
Okay.
Symphony. And then it says the original Himalayan salt crystal. Those are good.
Beautiful.
Now, if you order some for me, I make them with this, and it'll come right out of this jar. And before I send it to you, I do this, and you'll see how the water turns pink.
Right.
So it's just loaded with minerals. And then when I send it to you, the 4-ounce jar, if you order from me, it's easy to make, but a lot of people order it.
Okay.
I'll fill the bottom with the same stuff, except it's the coarse granules.
Oh, wow.
For obvious reasons, the big stones won't fit in your jar.
Right.
So when you buy a little 4-ounce bottle, it's $15. It'll last you like 9 weeks because once it gets 2/3 empty, you can just refill it. And to take it, you just take 1 teaspoon into 8 ounces of water. They prefer warm water, and it works best on an empty stomach. And just drink it down. And immediately you will start benefiting from this. I mean, energetically, that's like my cup of coffee in the mornings at Soleil.
Mm-hmm.
And everything I sell on my website, I also teach you how to make. But the things I choose very carefully. I really just have 3 main products, and all 3 of them are really superconductors for what I call chi, or life force energy,
right?
Which is the electricity and the internal energy that our body operates on.
Do you do
these? Go ahead.
I was just asking, do you do any grounding?
I do grounding. I sleep on grounding sheets, and then when weather permitting, I try to get in a few minutes of grounding every day.
Very nice. Okay.
And so basically, I was just I don't want to make this a big, long commercial. Did you start my time? Because okay. Oh, I'm almost out of time.
You got time. Go ahead. I didn't tell you I started yet. Uh-oh.
Okay.
Crystal, thank you very much.
They knocked his head off.
They killed him. All right.
They killed him, Dad.
It's fine. Oh, another one.
What the?
It's Claptrap. Upside down guy.
You got
Thank
the
you,
best
Claptrap.
graphics. That's awesome. Your show just rocks, man. I do a crappy little live stream.
Oh, this is pretty crappy. I'm like stumbling through the whole thing constantly, but.
Oh no, that's part of the fun. I like it. So the word Soleil comes from the Latin word for sun, which is sol, the S-O-L, the first part, and then we just add an E to it. So Soleil means liquid light energy, or the liquid materialization of sunlight. So when you take it, it's like having the energy of the sun, solar power inside of you. And I don't know if people know that, but these crystal salts used to be called king's salt because they were only used for royalty. And the common citizens had to use rock salt. Or even worse, now we're using sodium chloride, which contains a measly 2 minerals and probably fluoride and other poisons that we don't want to know.
Sure, quite sure that.
So this is a cheap and really it'll change your life if you start drinking it every day. I sent you 1 bottle of it. You'll need to set it up right for overnight before you start taking it, and then just take the top 2/3, and when it gets empty, refill it if you choose to do so. I mean, I'm not trying to push it on you or anything. But Soleil is an ancient ayurvedic remedy for removing toxins from the body, and possibly the fastest and easiest and most affordable way to flush out the entire digestive tract, which most of our eating habits aren't that great.
Right.
And Soleil can be used as a daily supplement to help normalize blood pressure and balance pH levels in the body, as well as increase energy, awareness, hydration, and circulation. And whether you drink it or bathe in it or just season your food with it, your body will thank you for consuming Himalayan salt because it's super good for you. And like I said, it's not that expensive and it's easy to make. So if you only want to do one supplement and you want something natural, I would recommend the Soleil. It's easy to make and super beneficial.
Awesome.
Some of the things it's known for doing, sorry, I'll wrap this up. I know I don't want to make this, but increase hydration into the cells. It corrects the acid-alkaline imbalance, normalizes blood pressure, dissolves and releases crystallized deposits, gallstones, things like that. Electrolytes improve conductivity and stimulate circulation, supports detoxification and cleanses the intestines, and supports metabolism and immune system. These are some of the things that they say. And I have all kinds of information. Everything I sell, I have videos and articles and links. And
okay, tell them where they can find you.
sacredsupplements.com.
Oh, and you actually have you have 2 more minutes. I forgot you have the hat on.
Oh, sweet. Let's see. What else do I want to talk about? That's awesome. I could ramble on more about Soleil, but all the information's on my site.
Okay.
Update on the fenbendazole. I haven't done it yet because I like to do my worming thing during the full moon.
Okay.
So if anybody would like to join me, I got 2 other people that are going to do it. I think April 5th is the full moon. And I'm going to do the old David Wolf protocol and just take it every day for 2 weeks.
All right. Did you go back and listen? Is that what he said?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And I'm going to do that, and then I'll take a break for a couple weeks. Now, normally why you do Panicure or fenbendazole, you do 3 days and wait 2 weeks is because the parasites are on a life cycle. So the new eggs will hatch after you've already dewormed. That's why you wait a couple weeks.
Mm-hmm.
But I see his reasoning. If you just take it every day for 2 weeks, you're going to kill the entire cycle one way or another.
Right.
So I see his reasoning there. And I'm going to try that Bendazole. If anybody wants to, you can buy it on Amazon.
Amazon,
I
right?
got the 220, which is what he was using. And yeah, we're going to give it a try.
Well, 220, 221, whatever it takes.
Yeah, whatever, 420 maybe.
420. It's always 420 somewhere.
That's right. That's what I always say. All right, that's about all I want to talk about. I'm looking forward to hearing from the rest of your guests.
Trevor, I'm looking forward to you again next week, bringing some more gravy.
I will do it.
Thanks, bro. Later.
All right, peace.
We've got Nick W. I don't know if that's looks like a girl spelling, but you never know. It is a guy. Nick, N-I-C, W. What's up, Nick?
Hi, Jared.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you.
Good. Welcome to the show.
I'm sorry, I had to use my magnifying glass because I'm sight impaired.
Sight impaired or blind?
Sight impaired, so I can see a little bit.
All right, well, that's good. I don't know if you ever heard, I had a conversation once with a blind man on Monday Night Raw about whether or not the Earth was flat. It was kind of a fun conversation. But he's completely blind and has never seen anything in his entire life. So
no, I had an episode about 15 months ago, so I've been blind only for 15 months, and I could see everything up until that, obviously with the aid of glasses. But
right,
there we go. Anyway, I've got a little question for you.
Okay. Start the clock here.
Yeah, cool. Do you think that everyone who lives on the same longitude on either the globe, the true Earth, whatever Earth, would observe noon at the same time?
I would think so, yes.
Okay, so let's pretend we're having a little experiment where we've got two observers, and one is due east, due west. I know we've got what the hell is due east and due west on either model.
Okay.
But let's just pretend that one is due east of the other.
Okay.
And they observe, let's say, solar noon at noon itself, at local time, and they've got their clocks synced. If they were on the equator and the sun was, or the Earth was rotating underneath the sun at 1,000 miles per hour, wouldn't it take 36 seconds later for the second person to observe the solar noon?
Well,
the reason I say that is
please.
there's 3,600 seconds in an hour. If the sun is, or the Earth is rotating at 1,000 miles an hour, it would take 36 seconds for the observer to see the solar noon at that different time. Does that make sense to you, or have I gone too quick?
You lost me a little bit. Okay, so to start out, we're with the test that we're doing. We're talking about two people on the same latitude, and they both are east-west.
No,
I'm sorry, longitude. Same longitude.
Let's just say they're on the equator.
Okay, equator.
And just doing things broadly speaking, very, very round. The sun and the Earth, the relative speed is 1,000 miles an hour ground speed.
Correct.
So that's 3,600 seconds.
Okay.
So if I were to take an observation of the solar noon 10 miles apart, that should be 1,000 divided by 100, because I've got 10 miles rather than 1,000.
Okay.
That should be 36 seconds apart.
Okay. So if they're both on the equator, though, then they're both not on the same longitude.
Yeah, no, sorry, I didn't specify that correctly. So they're 10 miles east or west of each other. So the difference, local time for them, would be 36 seconds.
Okay, yeah, then they would see it 36 seconds different.
Yeah. So my guess is if they were, let's say, at the longitude of 30 north or 60 north, sorry, the latitude of 30 north or 60 north,
right,
that time differential would increase because of the rotational speed of the Earth due to the sphere, or due to the flat Earth, would be less.
Correct.
If you go south of that, if you're on a flat Earth, then the speed should increase. If you're on a spherical Earth, then it should decrease and match the times in the north.
I agree.
So can we get some people, lots of people down in Oz, maybe Iru, in South America, just to test out some speeds of, I don't know if 10 miles is the right amount, because you have to be very, very accurate.
Yeah, it'd be very difficult to get that. I mean, with the sun, even if it's right above your head, it's going to be quite difficult to get that exact, that kind of number, because it's 15 degrees an hour, right?
Yeah, I agree with you. But if we can observe a gravitational photon to the observation width of a billionth of a proton from 2 zillion miles away, presumably we can calculate within the nearest second, let's say, when is solar noon. And the further we go south, for observers a fixed distance apart, it should get faster and faster and faster. And it's a very easy experiment, but it obviously takes, maybe you can pass this suggestion on to your friends at...
Well, explain to me real quick again, because I want to understand what you mean. What do you mean it gets faster and faster and faster? So just like let's say we lived underneath a big bicycle tire, right? If you lived underneath the spokes that were very close to the center, the spokes still go around once a day. You would see them at a certain speed, and then they go around 15 degrees an hour. If the edge of the bike would be doing the same, right? It'd be still going around one rotation per day. It would just have a much higher edge velocity, right?
Yes, but if it was 10 miles due east or due west, the differential of the times would be different.
The differential in times would be different. Okay.
So for example, if I was, let's say, 10 miles south of the North Pole.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's say the circumference of that great circle around the North Pole would be 60 miles.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm saying pi is 3, but it's not. It's 2 pi r.
Right.
Right. So it would be 60 miles. So if I was 10 miles to the east, my solar noon would be, what did I say? 60 miles. So it would be a quarter of a day later.
Which I think that we see that.
But if you go south, the further you go south from that point,
right,
the differential in the times is just going to get shorter and shorter and shorter and shorter. So the reach out would be to people in the southern latitudes, let's say in Oz or South Africa or in South America. If they were 10 miles apart, or maybe make it 50 miles apart, and obviously don't use GPS or anything like that, because they're going to lie about the distances apart.
Right.
But the distance, if you have a fixed distance, the observational times of solar noon should get quicker and quicker and quicker if we live on a flat Earth. If we live on a globe, they should match. So if you guys are in, I don't know, what's your latitude? Are you 35 north?
Yeah, about 37, I think.
30.
Yeah.
Pardon me?
I thought you were asking me. Go ahead.
Are you 35 north or 32?
37, I think, or thereabouts.
Okay. So your observational times being the differential between the two observations of solar noon, 10 miles apart, or call it 50 miles apart, whatever it would be, would match 35 south.
Right.
And the reason that I believe this is a good thing to observe is you don't need to actually go down to below 60 degrees south, where you've obviously got the Antarctic Treaty, which obviously they're going to stop you doing it. But it opens up other things, because even if you don't have observers south of the equator, if we believe the latitudes that NASA gives to us, then if you imagine if you're 30 degrees north of the equator, the observable time should be twice that of 60 degrees north, because you've just got 2 pi r divided by the distance every time to calculate that ground speed between the Earth and the Sun.
Okay, so I will. I'll talk to Iro about it and some other people that we know that are down south. I also want some film of the. Oops, my camera's on. I also want some film of the sunsets down there because I do think in the videos I have seen so far that we see it during their summer get dark a lot faster than it does here, which would make sense. If the sun is screaming around there, it's going to have some effect on the sunset, right?
Yeah, and what you've shown to me in some of your videos is that everyone has this atmospheric hemisphere of sight,
right?
And then the globers can say, well, that's all refraction, and this is what's happening, and that's what's happening. Whereas this is why the original question I asked you: does everybody on the same longitude observe solar noon at the same time?
Right.
So it takes out that kind of refraction because the sun's coming straight towards the observer.
Mm-hmm.
Be they're 10 miles apart. If we can't calculate solar noon to within a second, then you just do 50 miles apart. Obviously, don't use GPS. Use a car, use a bicycle, whatever it needs to be.
Something else.
And I've got this sort of dream that every single school would start doing this in Australia and just say, we've got all of these observation points across Australia.
Yeah, force them to do something.
Either 25 miles apart, 30 miles apart, whatever they are, and it actually completely blows up the globe position. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, it does. It does. I do appreciate the call. We're gonna let you go. We've got 4 or 5 people.
Can I just add one little thing?
Yep.
Fantastic conference. Absolutely.
Oh, thank you.
Bloomin' loved it. Can I give one little shout out to Zach? Because he only did a short presentation, but I think that presentation should be included at the start of every single year group in school who were doing a science class.
Yeah, it was really good, wasn't
it? It was. There's no such thing as negative energy, no such thing as negative electricity, no such thing as negative energy. It was just absolutely awesome, but it was simplistic as well, so it really hit home.
Yeah, I like those too. That's right. That's what I love too. Keep it simple for me. All right, thank you so much. Yeah. We've got the gangster himself, Tony Coriolis, in the house. Tony,
yo,
don't make me call the family.
What's up?
How are you?
So okay, I was just thinking because that guy, he went on for a while.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna start your clock
but
though.
I kind of got something to say, like on.
Hey, what do you think about this though? Let me interrupt you. What do you think about this? I think it'd be fun if I get a little wheel going that has some things on it, and one of the things will be like strict timekeeping. So when I spin the wheel, if it's the strict timekeeping day, you're out right at the buzzer. I don't even talk to you.
I'm 100% down for that.
Okay,
sounds totally good.
Okay, good. You're good. Now go.
Because everyone here is nice and we all get along, but I respect the 3. You
respect the 3. All right, cool.
Yeah.
You're a 3-minute man. That's great. Nice.
Yeah. One little tidbit I thought of during that was, if you just had 3 kind of, you got admins on chat, just 3 little bonus people who can just boom, 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 like this guy's saying too much, or just think out your presentation more, because sometimes it just gets stretched on because of that. So just someone on the side, I'm willing to be that guy. But
okay, that's good to know. All right.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So okay, I kind of was thinking about what he was saying, and I kind of think throughout the week, what am I going to say as Tony Coriolis this week? And being a maintenance worker, as I've talked out before, I have to prep ball fields, so I got to do kickball fields. I don't know if you know the field layout that you got to do with the chalk for a kickball field, but
60 feet bases, I'm guessing.
What's up?
60-foot bases, I'm guessing.
70.
Oh, 70.
And I got to drag the field and then chalk it, and I've gotten really good at it. My fields look great.
I used to love chalking baseball fields. Yes.
It's my favorite. I've done it since 8th grade.
Okay. And?
So yeah, right in the middle of the kickball field, you have to do a circle.
Right.
And 100%, I've gotten so good at it over the years. The key to doing a perfect circle when you're doing it is you cannot, you have to be constantly turning at all times, to make a perfect circle.
Right.
Right now in my fields, it looks perfect. I don't think I can send in a picture to this at all, right?
Send in a picture to this? You could send it on Telegram. Are you on Telegram?
Yeah. On what? Like a Jeranism chat?
That, or just send it to me, t.me/Jeranism.
Okay. Gotcha. I've got a couple pictures. I got mask number 4 this week. I got it today.
Okay.
So yeah, still picking up mass. And then just so you have to do curving at all times to make a perfect circle.
Oh, right.
I mean, we all say there's no flat surfaces on a round ball. You know, it's just so simple. People just can't connect it. You know.
Yeah, I think I used to say that there's no flat surfaces on a circle, on a sphere, but I mean that wouldn't be true if a sphere was huge, right?
I think it still is true. I only think that because like I took some classes at Scottsdale Community College, and one of my furthest math classes, it was this one teacher guy who went to Vegas all the time. By the way, the Vegas Flattoberfest is going to be awesome.
It's coming.
I'm so going.
I'll be there.
But so I had a math teacher that was always going to Vegas and stuff. And just one thing that we covered in this class was like probability curves, and it's just a straight curve, you know? And then it's analyzing the curve. No matter how much you zoom in on the curve, there is always a curve. There's no flat on a probability curve, you know? Just a curve has to have curve at all times. It's a law to like a curve.
Right. But if let's say the Earth is 1,000,000 times as big as they tell us, right? Well, then any area, it's going to be curved technically, but not that would be perceptible by us.
I just remember in the math class, they were not just straight lines, you know, analyzing that. It was a curve, and no matter how much you zoomed in, there was always a more defined curve to it. There's never a flat in that math class. That's what we went over. I forgot what math it was, but I learned that back then, and it made total sense in this flat world that I'm in now, you know?
Right. Yeah. That's one. I mean, they're going to always go to that one and call everything level and then just say that, you know, it's level on a curve. And I mean, these are just 100%. Their little exit strategies, right?
Yeah. So honestly, I even had one guy, and I talk flat with everyone that I hang out with, you know, I don't care what they say, you know? So a bunch of people just know that I'm flat, and I've really only convinced like one. He's kind of coming around, but everyone comes around so slow.
Right.
But I'm down preaching it, you know, a little
plant
bit.
The seeds, plant the seeds.
Just seeing who freaks out. It's kind of fun. But so one buddy who knows that I'm all into it, he hit me with an Instagram post. He sent it over, and it was a propaganda post of you, and it said, flat earther proves, you know, round or whatever. And then, dude, I watched the first 5 seconds, and I was like, I just responded. I go, dude, retarded logic. I've listened to this so many times, man. If you want to talk about this, we can.
This is why it tells you what people are about science and what people are not. I mean, you know, it's like if they thought that was the case, then why didn't they go back out to that? Somebody should have called me and said, Jaron, where's that canal we saw in that movie that you proved curves? So now a bunch of us want to go out and confirm it. We want to retest it and make sure we get the same results. That's actual science, not just you proved curved, therefore the Earth's curved. It's like, oh, and now I know why you think the Earth's curved. You accept evidence like that.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
So I even told him, I go, dude, I called into this guy's show yesterday, and I've heard it explained by him and many others that, you know, the post you're sending me is not true. And he just, of course, shriveled up, nothing to say. And he's probably not even really thinking about it. He just saw flat and sent it over.
Right. We get a lot of those people. All right. Well, thank you. I'm going to let you go. We got more people behind you.
Thanks, dude.
Peace. One more time, guys. Let's think right now. Let's take 5 seconds and really hard. Let's think very later. Let's think very, very many hateful things over here. How much you hate this rice. Not rice, this apple. It's garbage. It's probably the one that poisoned Snow White, if we look back in time. And then on this side, we've got the love apple, and that's the one that is saving the lives of humanity. Oops, I still have you up there. Sorry, Tony. So let's do that. Good. Spend about 5 seconds doing that, and then we will get back on it. We've got Plain Reality Paul. Paul, what's up?
Hey, how you doing?
Good, you?
Oh, yeah. Just chilling out at work at the moment, but thought I'd take a little break.
Okay,
I just dropped a link in the chat. Do you want to jump on there and load that in?
Sure.
Not the last guy, but the guy before that, I couldn't hear him at all, so I'm not sure what was going on there. I'm not sure if anyone else could, but I couldn't hear him.
You could hear the first guy, not the last guy? What'd you say?
The guy that was just on, I could hear him. The guy before that, I couldn't hear him.
Oh, weird. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if it's maybe just because I'm in the back server of the chat or something like that.
You should have been in the same on both ones, but I don't know. We'll see if anybody says the same thing. Okay, we're looking at a video you've made, it looks like.
Yeah, so this one here is, again, this one is from Brighton Beach, Brighton Jetty, looking at a point called Curfew Point. And this shows Curfew Point from Brighton is just over 6 miles away. That's where the horizon should start, and you'll be able to see that you can see water, God knows, miles beyond it.
Yeah, lots.
Now, when I film this from Grange, quite often that entire part is blocked by mirroring. It's miraging.
Okay.
So I just worked that out. It's about 42 meters. So there's about 120 feet or so. The miraging can block out just over that 15 miles. Now, just up further in this one, I also show you about a mile beyond Curfew Point. Excuse me. There's a spot called O'Sullivan's Beach, and there's a boat ramp there.
Okay.
Now, that boat ramp from Grange is 15 miles away, and it's coming up shortly. You'll see when it gets dark. So the boat ramp there, so you'll see the lights that are there. They're about 40 feet high, and at 15 miles away, that should only be about 47 feet of refracted curve off Meadowbank. But I've actually gone down to the beach on a perfectly flat day and had the camera literally 10 centimeters above the water. Like, I had the lens on my hand, the camera on the beach, and the water coming up to my knee.
Oh, geez.
And
Okay.
and I filmed those same lights. So that should have been about 80 feet of curve there.
Right.
And then just a little last bit here that I'm showing, like the difference between, so just that last part there. The first day that I went out filming, you could see the hills really well in the background. And then I'm showing you just on another day there where the hills are completely gone. So I'm just sort of, just a little point to show, like, well, you know, when anyone says, well, why can't we see the east coast of America from the west coast of Australia? Well, clearly, if we can't see hills at 30 miles away, obviously we're not going to see anything at 13,000 miles away.
No. I don't know if I skipped. Is this the same video again? Just playing over again?
No, that's like a different one.
I think I just clicked on your. That's what I did. I clicked on your channel accidentally. Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Where are you doing these? Did you just get into these observations? How long you been using your camera to do this stuff?
I've just been doing these ones probably since the start of the year.
Okay.
I've been going out almost every day. I've probably, in the 3 months of the year, I've probably had 12 days that I haven't gone out. I'm getting my laptop back next week, so I will start smashing posting videos out then. Now, actually, another interesting one that I wanted to mention to you, because I'm on the marine radar all the time, like checking the boats and ships, how far they are, etc.
Right.
This might be a good one for you to do live, or I'll do it just in a video. I'm actually noticing that virtually every single ship that I'm seeing is late. They're like 1 or 2 days late, 3 days late, 4 days late, 12 hours late. They're never on time. Now, obviously, that could just be for whatever reason, the seas are higher and they're going a little bit slower. But I'm just noticing I'm not noticing any ship coming in on time at all. So might be an interesting one to just start looking around and see if these ships are always taking longer than they're expected to.
Okay.
Because, I mean, obviously, if they're taking 4 days longer than what the expected journey is, like something's going on there.
Sometimes it takes longer than that.
Yeah, that's right. And, I mean, I'm just talking, these are generally short ones from, like, Sydney to South Australia, like Sydney to Adelaide or something.
Oh, so a guy sent me yesterday on Telegram. I got to remember, he found a shipping route calculator and was showing that, you know, I guess I'd have to show you. But in the north, the times for equal distances are way shorter. So there's something definitely something up. Now I guess their excuse is going to be the sea ice. That's what I'm guessing. Is that
they'll just blame rougher weather or something like that. The ship had to go slower.
Yeah, or because I also found that the winds. It seems like, what did I say? I think I found out it's going like 30 miles per hour. So that's crazy in the south. But that should be helping them, not hurting them.
Yeah. Also, I did hear you mention, for the guy that I couldn't hear, you mentioned something about the sun going down faster.
Yeah.
Here in South Australia, I'm on about the 35th parallel.
Okay.
Talking about half an hour to 45 minutes, it's getting pretty dark. Half an hour, it's getting dark. 45 minutes, it's starting to get pretty dark.
In the dead of summer?
In summer, yeah.
So
well, that's even right now.
You're at 3:30
So-
now. I'm trying to think. It's 3:30. Oh, so that's about the solstice. So I mean, at the solstice,
I think we're about the same as you in California.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. If you and I both did it, if you and I both filmed the sunset and compared them, but we'd have to do it on the same, basically like on your December 21st and my June 21st.
Yeah. I'll definitely do it. I mean, I'm out doing it every day. So
okay.
I also just got I got a P1000. So now I've got 2 cameras operating.
Okay. I'll look into it on the 21st.
I have one camera just stuck on the sunset or something like that, and then another one doing ships.
Yeah, and you could because I want to see after the sunsets. This is why we never can find this footage. Is people who do a time lapse of the sunset usually watch the sunset, so they get it before the sun sets, and then as soon as it sets, they're done. Well, we need it to be like started right as the limb hits the earth, and then go from that point. When it appears.
Last night I did one. Where I did. I waited right until it went dark.
Okay.
And,
let's do that.
Yeah, and then I'm sure I've had my time now. So if you want to jump onto the next person, all good.
Thank you very much.
Next time I'll purchase a hat so I can grab longer if I need it.
All right, sweet. Yeah, shop.jeranism.com. Please. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Let me see if I can find this message. I don't know now. I thought it was ship something. Let's see if we can find it. Ship. Don't know if I'm gonna be able to find it here. Where was it? Be right with you guys 1 second. I just want to see if I can find this message. I don't remember if it's just a couple days ago. I'm searching. Oh, here. Is this one? No. I thought I found it. Who was telling me about it? Will I recognize?
Yeah, I just use Marine Tracker, and that sort of gives you a general idea.
This was like you could actually put the 2 locations, and it will tell you how many days the trip is. But I don't. 3/8. No, it was before that. I just don't remember what we were talking about when I got it sent. I have to find that particular. Or was it on Messenger? No, I think it was here. All right, I will definitely show you guys tomorrow for sure, because if I don't see it here right now, I'm not going to keep looking for it, and I don't see it.
Yeah, like I was saying, if you jump around and you have a look in one of those marine app things, then you can just sort of you can see when a ship is meant to get into port. They'll show you because they give you the date, like the meant to be there March 31st at 6 o'clock in the morning.
Right.
But then they don't look up until April 2nd and at 10 o'clock at night. So something's postponing them like literally 50 hours.
Yeah, I think I might know.
That's a long time when you're actually you're sailing constantly 24 hours a day. That's a long time.
Yeah, we saw some that were days off. So, all right, well, appreciate it. We'll have a good one. Thank you for calling in. We're going to go with next. Sacred Knowledge in the house. Sacred.
Hey, how's it going?
What it is.
How you doing, man?
Doing good. Why is that? Oh, I got to close out. There we go. It's still not right. We got to turn this one off and get you on there. All right, good. We're good. Go ahead. What do you got for me today? Another rap? Are we going to get to hear those beats?
I do have that, and I was thinking about that actually too, but I was like, yeah, I should probably just say a couple things maybe this time.
All right, let's go. Let's do it. Let's give it a week off of rapping.
All right, yeah. And I'm gonna have a whole project done, recorded soon, so they're gonna have to do the post production, like mastering and all that, mixing it down.
All right.
But it's gonna be really good. I think it's gonna be. I mean, if I do say so myself, I think the project's gonna be pretty good.
You're just a little biased. It's not much though.
I mean, I hear the beats. That's what I hear, and I hear that it's banging. So I know it's got some bangers on there. You know what I mean?
All right.
Anyway, yeah. But so when it's done, hey, if you need a performer or anything, I've rocked shows with the best of the best in independent underground hip hop, like the top artists I've opened up for and things like that.
Okay.
So if you need any performers, I'm down to rock a short set or whatever.
A performer. All right. Good to know.
Like an MC to go up there and do a couple songs that's like stuff that people it's not gonna freak them out because I'm awake, so my hip hop is like awake. You know what I mean?
Right. Lit.
It's lit and awake. It's all those
lit and awake. Yes.
But yeah. So just throwing that out there. Not a big deal. Artemis. Who's their Tamus? I'm one of the hardest to tame, so I don't know what they're trying.
Have you sent your hate to the jar over here? Yeah.
No, yeah, that's the only problem with that experiment, that you gotta like,
You gotta
if you're
hate.
really
You gotta
really
send some
doing
hate.
it, you gotta hate. You gotta actually hate.
Yes, it's best
And
why it's best to do it at your house with yourself. You can truly know. Like right now, if it doesn't happen, people could maybe nobody did it, or maybe somebody out there is sending on purpose to the wrong one. But I'm just telling you, if you are somebody doing on the up and up, just keep sending very hateful things over my right shoulder.
yeah, it's got to be controlled. Controlled opposition.
Yeah.
And you know why it works? I know why it works, because see, what we actually is pure awareness. So it's like pure awareness took a break and became a body, went into a body for a little while, and thought it was a human for a little bit. So when you leave this body, you go back to, so every square inch of existence, that's the ether, and that's pure awareness, and it's
Yes.
aware.
Self-aware.
It's aware.
Yeah.
It's all aware. Everything where you go, it's purely aware. But you
Hence
think that you're
the I am.
exactly the real I am is you too. So what your human body is doing, kind of like a fish, the water is what the fish swims around in. His body is taking the nutrients and the energy in that water and converting it and doing what it needs to do to transform it into the life necessary to power that fish for a little bit. That little point of awareness, with that fish, is nothing but a point of
Yeah.
awareness. But it's like everything that it's in that water came together to create a solid body, and it's a little focus point. That's what your human body is in the ether. The ether is the water, and it's the awareness actually. And you just became like a little point of awareness, but it's all one grand awareness. Is what's
You know, it's
happening.
awesome. How awesome is evolution that the fish, they knew that they were in water and that they wanted to get out. That's pretty smart fish.
Yeah, they knew the plan, I guess.
Right. They're like, I'm in water and I bet you I'm not supposed to be. So I'll just grow a leg so that my 75,000th descendant has a leg by the time
They're like-
he needs to get out of here.
They're like, what? One day we know we got to like become a city, and have all these cars driving around and get a job.
They knew about
So we-
airplanes and everything. Yeah. They knew they'd be
they're
shitty
just-
airplane food. Yep.
No, I just like, for example, now that we know that for example, I was gonna say that. No, I don't want to say that. I'll say something else. Oh, about oh yeah, and like words like Armenians. It's Armenians, really. So Artemis is I was just looking at things like that. But I wanted
Fartimus dust.
Artemis, but it's also a word. I was just looking at the words, like say like a word like Missouri. It's misery, and mystery and misery sounds really similar. And then you got Mr. and Mrs. That's mystery. You know what I'm saying? So like it's all about mystery. We live in the mystery Babylon.
All right. Your time's up. I appreciate
right.
it so much. Call in next week and let's hear some bars.
For sure.
Remember to
You
tell
guys-
this jar over to my right that you hate it. Thank you.
Okay, I will.
Troubling
Peace out.
Tribune. You are trying to psych me out. I think so. I think that's why you're here. Trying to pull some sort of espionage or some sort of throw a wrench in my spokes. I'm not going to let it happen. Just so you know.
Well, it's already too late. You
Oh,
know
damn
the metaphysical rules, right? It's incredibly bad luck to see your opponent before the match.
Is that how it goes?
Yeah.
Oh man,
Here
I
I
did
am.
not know that. When I
I'm
was
not
up in trouble.
looking at you. I'm looking at me, so I'm safe from.
Unfortunately, I'm looking at you. I wish I could change that, but it's just the way I'm set up right now.
I looked.
If people don't know, on April the 21st, fresh. Oh no, wait, is it 19th or 21st?
I think it's the 19th.
Okay, that was wrong. So the day before 420, I was going to say that we'd be all sauced, and I tried to put in my request for a rule change, but I don't think they're going to do it for me. But here's my thought. You need to have buzzers. You need to have ringing in, because otherwise it can come down to who gets asked which question. Clearly, right? I mean, and if you just did buzzing in, then you get rid of that, because it actually comes down to who knows the. But again, I'm not gonna cry over spilled milk. If I lose, I'll just cry foul and say that you cheated. So,
It depends on what you constitute as cheating, right?
well, like getting all the answers from Andrew first, probably cheating. So, April 19th, it's Trolling Tribune against me in the rubber match, if you will, the finale of our conspiracy trivia over at the Melodome. So check us out over there and watch that brawl. Loser jumps off a cliff. I don't know if I told you that. Yeah, tough stakes, steep, very steep stakes. All right, go ahead. Your time has begun.
Oh, you're fine. I was wondering if you had the chance to catch Witsit's debate with PhD, whatever the hell his name
I just
was.
saw some clips of him yelling and acting like a fool, but I known that because I remember when I'm going to stop the clock now as I talk. Landry, remember Landry? He went on a debate with PhD Tony, and at some point said something about people dying from the vaccine, and you never heard anybody lose their mind like PhD Tony said. Who? Give me a name. Who died? Who died? No one's died. You know, he's like going off, and that's when I knew, oh, this guy's got a screw loose.
Oh yeah, very emotional, and
yes.
I feel like very dishonest. The reason why I bring it up is because I feel like when I'm going through these debates, and I used to genuinely think that people were coming in good faith, and now that I've been in it for a little bit, I'm starting to realize that just can't be the case. So, for example, in the debate, you may have noticed, for anybody who was watching, that the topic of tidal waves and earthquakes came up, and the fact that they don't wrap around Antarctica, and like they wrap around every other continent, right? So like that's vindictive of it probably not being a continent at the bottom of a ball, but they do bounce off of it, so it's kind of like acting like a ring, if you will. But in any case, the explanation for it was that the continental shelf for Antarctica is atypical. It's actually the deepest continental shelf because of the mass of the ice on top of it. And so I was like, wait a second, before we even entertain this guy, if it was even possible what he's claiming, we should check we should actually check what he's saying, right? So I did a quick little Google search. Anybody can do it. What is the depth of the continental Antarctic shelf? And you'll find that it's 500 meters, right? Seems pretty deep. He was saying like 600 to 800, which is because he is trying to embellish it a little bit. And but if he's like an expert in the field, right, then he should have known that that's actually incorrect, right? Because the biggest landmass, the deepest continental shelf is actually Asia, with a continental shelf depth of 1,200 feet. And tsunamis do, in fact, wrap around that. So that explanation holds no water in any way, shape, or form.
Way to go, PhD Tony. Nice piece of paper you got there.
Yeah, so I've just made it a point, just kind of tip for anybody out there who may be engaging with Globers, just ask them to verify any claim that they make before you even continue with the debate, and you'll find that most of what they're saying just falls flat on their face.
Yeah, it's if you have that default position of I'm right because I'm arguing on behalf of science, you really can just get away with anything. Just say whatever, just make it, because you the ultimate goal is the correct position according to them. So they really don't even think of it as lying. They think of it as, getting people to the correct answer in a roundabout way, which is sad because they're going to find out at some point how wrong they've been and whose side they were on. And, what are we going to say after that? But
you make excuses on every single
everything.
Yeah.
There's never, and again, we should recognize that we should know we're in that position where we're not going to have the gotcha. And I think sometimes we might come to the table with that. Like, I've got the gotcha on the moon landing. I've got the gotcha on the globe. You'll never have that because they can't allow it. So there will always be an answer. There will always be a refutation. And there'll always be some paper that they can grab to say that, or some website that says that for them because it's been set up that way, right?
Oh, yeah. If you believe you're right and you believe you have the moral high ground, then you'll do anything to justify it. So, yeah, just ask them to verify any claims and then move forward from there. And then we can actually get forward to the truth. But
it might take us a while, yeah. All right, well, thanks. Appreciate it so much. And let's go to Alex Jones for his opinion of everything we've been talking about.
I'm sorry. It's just ridiculous.
It is. I agree. All right. See ya. Peace. We got Pitch Lumen in the house. Pitch.
Yo.
I like you better now that I know
how's it
that
going,
that's
Jeremy?
an actual baseball reference. Now you're kind of cool. Oops, except for I just dumped you. So call back in and I'll put you right back on. I thought I was getting rid of Trolling Tribune and I accidentally got rid of you with a gone, eliminated. So I'll give you a minute here before I go to the next person. Jump back on. That was my bad. There you go. Pitch, I'm sorry. I like you so much. I hung up on you.
Oh man, no, it's okay. I probably deserved it.
No.
So I wanted to bring up a couple things here. I'm at work, so I got to kind of be a little bit brief. I'm on break, but
okay.
I was thinking about you and I had been talking a little bit about navigation, and so I just wanted to kind of put some stuff out there for people. there is the treasure fleet of China. This was like a massive fleet of ships that was like 27,000 people, and they were navigating from China to India to Africa on this trade route and everything. And this navigation, like there have been, I think if we're trying to understand navigation on the Earth, being that we don't like necessarily have an exactly accurate map, because the military, it'd be really difficult to get them to release like their confidential stuff. And so we, like, as we're trying to figure this out, like how navigation could work, celestial navigation and everything, one of the things that I have kind of been thinking about is, like, if you had two people stand under two different stars that were kind of close together, you could kind of draw a line to those stars and then a line to those people and say that this number of degrees or arc seconds in the sky represents this level of ground. It would be kind of like two parallel lines.
Right.
And so maybe that might be a way that you could navigate and do like short distances. And then you could take those short lines that you kind of just bring from the sky and move them straight down to the ground, or from the ground up to the sky to get kind of a distance. You could
isn't the celestial navigation though, isn't it more about the simply taking the stars, and then it's not necessarily like telling you where you are precisely, but more the line of latitude that you're on? Or or longitude,
I think it's to help you get like to be able to go to know your direction. Like, one of the things I was seeing was that, like, to be able to determine north and south directionally is a big thing. And then sailing by day, you can sail kind of using the sun. And there's a lot of like line of sight coastline, sticking kind of close to a coastline and everything. But it's to get place to place where you can, is I think kind of that why they want to do that, navigate like that.
Okay.
But it is, to find your way. And then another thing, two other quick things. I'll try to be real quick here, but like eclipses, they say that it's the shadow of the Earth, but then they also will say that it is the light of the Earth being bent around, or the light of the sun being bent around the edge of the atmosphere. And so I don't know why they can't just tell us it's the light of the sun on the moon that bounces back. It's red, but if you look at sun, like a sunrise, the sky near the sun is red, and they say that's what gets cast on the moon. But if you look up above the sky above your head, where it's kind of like lit a little bit, it's actually blue. So the very edge of our atmosphere at twilight is blue. So blue should be the last light color that gets cast to the moon.
Right.
And then when light comes back from the moon, our atmosphere is supposed to filter out all light except for blue. So I think eclipses kind of should be blue, if that makes sense.
If they, if they were going off of what they say they are.
Yeah. And then one last thing I kind of wanted to bring up with is I've been talking to an anti-flat earther in email, and I don't know if I can kind of say his name. I
think I know it. But anyway.
What's that?
I think I know who it is, but you don't need to tell people you don't want to.
Yeah. So he, like, bringing up that 4 lights experiment to him, for anyone, like, Grota 1 is the one who did the experiment. 4 lights a foot high, 5, 6, 7, 8 miles, 7-inch observer height. All of them appear in a line. If you graph that on a Cartesian or like an XY grid, that's mathematical plotting, and then they're a line, so it's linear. In math, you can prove things. Science is just evidence, so it's a mathematical proof of the Earth, of the shape of water at the surface. And if anyone talks to anti-flat earthers or anything, mention that experiment and then ask them to demonstrate it on a known curved surface that is to scale to the globe, because otherwise you can be spectacle. Refraction can have non-linear spaced drop lights that are, or linear spaced lights that are not linear drop increments that can make it appear exactly flat. It's one of those things with refraction always bending to observer, or to make it appear flat. But it does give you it gives you 4 data points. instead of looking at an observer on the other side of a sea. Mirrors are really good, lasers and everything, but this is different in that it gives us 4 data points to draw a cross-section view of it. So I think that's something that they really cannot handle. So then this guy is really big and tries to tear down the true Earth, the biblical Earth, the Earth being planar, not moving. And so that's just something for people to consider, because I know we go through a lot with a lot of people trying to slam. So yeah,
we do go through quite a bit, but
yeah, you've been through a lot, Jaron. But keep taking stuff off the internet, all right? The way you get stuff scrubbed, that's exposes the globe.
Very strange that keeps happening. All right, well, thanks so much for calling in. We'll see you next week.
Yes, sir. Take care.
All right, let's go with Sarah to bring us in some good energy, some good. All right. Oh, maybe she's not there. Sarah. Sarah.
Hi.
Okay.
One day.
Sarah. Sarah.
Oh, are you calling me?
No.
Wait.
Well, Lottie frickin' dog!
Let's go. Come on. Wake up.
Oh my goodness.
You just ruined the show.
This is so weird. It's like a 30-second or like a minute delay from my phone to my TV.
Oh, maybe we paused it. No,
Yeah, we didn't pause it or anything.
Yes, there's a delay. If from this tab, the speakers corner tab is live with me, and then the people watching on YouTube are behind us.
Okay, I see.
So what's up? You want me to start your clock? You ready?
She went pee.
That's right. I'll allow it.
My job to hold the phone. I messed up. I guess
he messed up.
You should have been paying attention. What are you guys doing over there? Jeez.
Nothing much. Oh, I was going to tell you, we drink.
Definitely weren't smoking.
No. We drink pink salt. I put it in my water every day. It's great.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, we put it on everything for real. Like
yeah, I think it's really. The other thing you can put on everything is hemp hearts. Great to throw those on everything. They're great. So much good nutrition in there. Check them out. Look into it.
Okay. Where do you get them at the store?
My daughter's like, there's too much salt on it.
You get the hemp hearts at the store?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, you can get them at like health food stores. They're, don't get the ones that are not cracked yet. I like the ones that are already just ready to go out of the bag. You just pour them on salad, pour them on whatever. They're great.
They're like beets?
Like beets?
Seeds?
Yeah, they're very small. Very small, like little like hemp seeds. They call them hemp hearts, and the de-shelled ones are the best.
Yeah. I've gotten before. I've gotten hemp oil too, like olive oil. That's like hemp oil.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. We're going to try it because the salt waters definitely helps me so much. Especially like I'll like sometimes want food that I don't even eat. And it's because of the salt, I think.
Yeah,
what was the diet guy he had on? I've been doing it since then. She hasn't done it, and then she just
the snake diet?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, you, fatty. That guy?
Yeah.
I love that guy. Because it's,
Yeah, it's good.
Come on. It's like,
I got to check in on him. I haven't talked to him in a while. But yeah, he was funny.
That guy is great. Extreme fat ass.
Yeah, he's just... The first time somebody told me to go listen to him, I listened to him. I was like, man, this is really rough. But you kind of just sit there and listen to him some more, yell at you.
I recommend him to certain people who I know are trying to lose weight. I'm like, watch this guy.
Well, some people though, some people I know personally would get very offended.
Yeah, some people can't take that.
Yeah.
But I think that's what helps them. Like, it's so fun.
Yeah. But I lost like a bunch of weight when I stopped taking those
pharmaceuticals.
Pills, so.
Absolutely. I mean, that is a big reason a lot of people gain a lot of weight.
I think it's like the rice experiment too. Once you see yourself as fat, and you never like he makes you kind of picture yourself as wanting to be skinnier, or you know what I mean, like
right,
like maybe holding that vision instead of
Yeah, because I think some people just settle. They're like, well, this is where I'm happy. It's not really the truth, but it's what you kind of say to get by. And so he kind of comes in your face and tells you, hey, lard ass, get your head out of the bag of Doritos and let's do something with life,
That's like what you're calling about anyway, about the mirror, right?
Yeah, it was. That is what I was going to call
Kev,
about.
starting your clock now. Go ahead.
Me and my husband were talking last night, and I was saying about like talking to yourself in the mirror, like when you're manifesting things.
Mm-hmm.
Because like look at how many movies and stuff it's in, Snow White, and then they try to make you scared of the mirror, like Candyman,
Bloody Mary.
Mary.
Yep. That's true. It's a very. It actually is kind of a weird thing that we don't do it a lot. And then when you do that one time where you're looking at yourself in the mirror, it kind of is a little bit trippy.
It's very trippy, and your pupils.
Yeah.
They go crazy, and I think your eyes have a lot to do with, like, because like then think about like movies when they show like those lasers coming out of your eyes.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's so much truth sprinkled on everything. There really is, and I feel like when you
the weird thing is that it's in movies like that because that means that people know and they just sort of like they don't want to say, but they're like
they're showing you.
Yeah, little jokesters want to put it in there and stuff. It's kind of weird. It's a little strange.
It is. I mean, but there has to be some truth in that because they, like I said, they try to make you scared of it too. You know what I'm saying?
Plus, like water, you can see reflection in water, and a lot of older stuff people probably talked into like lakes or like, you know what I mean, something like that.
Yep. No, and I think that we should do it more. I just don't know what is the best. You know, do we just talk? You know, like we do to the rice, just and tell yourself you love yourself.
It's definitely weird. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it's a weird thing.
Girls look in mirrors and just like, look in mirrors all the time, but I don't think they talk to themselves. In
I don't
mirror.
think so either.
I think you have to like talk out loud, maybe.
My younger sister like always in the mirror.
Yeah,
like,
she's
she brings mirrors with her like to get ready and stuff.
Yeah,
I was pretty shocked that the ice didn't make any difference when I was doing it by thought. I'll have to do it again. I did it twice, and both times, I mean, you pulled them out of the freezer and they looked identical. Whereas when you speak it, you pull it out of the freezer and right away you're like, "Oh my goodness, look how different this is." So that's a little strange, but maybe it's something you have to grow.
Some lady on.
Oh right.
Yeah, tell me.
We just watched some lady on. She was talking about your words, and she was saying beautiful, beautiful. And she had so many like good poems and words.
Other ones like that?
Yeah, I'll have to send it to you.
We're gonna try to find the video.
Isn't the English language? The English language is clearly like a magic trick.
Well, she said it's like a spell that's like used against us, like
purposefully. Yeah, all over the place. So almost otherworldly. Whoever came up with it.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It is definitely some truth in the Babylon.
Like good words, like most of the good words we use are really like when you sound them out, like in the syllables, like they're bad, like.
They're not good. No. Like when we say bless, be less, and then you say it after you sneeze. So now every time my kids
sneeze,
I'm like, be less, and I'm like, no, don't be less. I'm like, I love you. So we now when we sneeze, we all say love.
You're supposed to say you are so good looking.
Or be beautiful, and the word pretty too. I said the word pretty the other day, and I'm like, that's not a good word. I just know it's not. You know.
The other one that I try not to say is kids because a kid is a baby goat.
Oh, I hate that word. Yeah. I hate it.
Yeah.
I say I try to say children, or I just call them all by name.
That's very good. You're like Mother Mary.
I try.
Oh, but we were also like I told you I have a sister that I just found out about, and I've been sending her all sorts of flat earth stuff, like the one Dave Weiss did on like the Inspire channel. I sent her those two because she's like 56, I think, or
she just turned 57.
Yeah. But her daughter has been doing NASA stuff since she was like little, and she's like, I don't really know what she did. Like she's real open minded. She's really cool.
What do you mean? Did NASA stuff is in work for them?
Yeah, when she was little, like in high school or junior high, and now she's studying to be a PhD in something. She's trying to work for NASA,
like Tony.
So she's been sending her videos. And I'm like, well, maybe we can
help her get out
of it, or make her realize that she'll start asking questions in there, and then
make sure you do that. Plant the seeds. Plant the seeds.
Well, she has 2 daughters, and apparently, a year ago, the younger daughter sent her a video and was like, "Mom, I think the Earth's flat." And then our Grant's sister said she was like, "Okay," and then she never really thought of it. So we called her the other day, and she was really into Bigfoot. So we were just talking to her about that, but then Grant was like, "Oh, I have a lot of conspiracies," and she was like "I want to know them. Yeah. What are they?"
I want to know them all.
I know. He's like, "Well, the Earth's flat," and she was like, "Oh, my daughter." So it's it was clearly meant to be. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was awesome. It really was. And now she's totally into it. She called him again the other night, and she it was another hour.
She was it's making my brain hurt.
Yeah.
But then she's real about her daughter too. She doesn't care. She's like that we're even questioning it, and her daughter, as far as she knows, that it was all real. But she's maybe I don't know. She's I never understood it when she was doing it. She's it was all like weird mass stuff and like, you know what I mean, like that.
Yeah.
Right. I think that's what it all is.
Definitely, like you said, she sent her the videos that I sent her. So,
well, good.
Either she'll just laugh at them, or she'll actually it'll actually.
Well, but even if she laughs at him, it'll stick in her craw for a little bit, and she'll.
Yeah, exactly.
It's gonna come back and haunt her.
Yeah.
Yep. Exactly.
All right. Well, you guys are awesome.
I'm like I've never met like somebody that.
Yeah.
Like that old that was like right off the bat was.
She was like, okay,
yeah.
like
no.
right on it. You know what I mean?
Like,
it's very rare.
I was like, I texted her later. I was like, thank you. Like, I'm so, because my other like sisters, I can't really talk to.
No.
That stuff about.
No.
I got one of those.
So I was like, just like meeting somebody who's so open-minded, like have come into my life. I was like, it means more than you know.
Yeah, yeah.
And
yeah.
like you're my sister, you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, his other sister was telling us about the. She's like, well, the Northern Lights were in Virginia, but it happens every 7 years. We're
Totally,
like, oh, does it?
Every 7 years.
My dad got somebody pregnant. My dad got somebody pregnant when he was 16, and he just died. He was born in like 49 or something, so I don't know whenever that would have been.
Okay.
So he had her when he was 16, and he had like 3 older brothers that were like, I think the other one was like 3 years older than him, and then from there, and she looked for him like 4 years ago, and got like his brothers, and they didn't even think to like consider my dad because he was only 16.
Because he was so young.
Wow.
And then she like waited like another like 4 years, and then looked again, and it brought her back to my family. And then my dad's like told me my whole life that like he may have a daughter out there, but I guess like his brothers didn't know or whatever. So she finally figured out that it was really my dad.
That's so crazy, right before he goes.
She found him and talked to him, and then my dad died like 2 days later.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So it was meant to be.
Yeah,
obviously.
It's like a crazy story.
It's full circle.
Yeah.
Thanks, Jaron.
Right,
I know those people.
Yeah, that's okay. We get to them. Appreciate you guys every time. And remember to send some hate. I know you're not into hate, but you just got to do it just today only. Send it to the Apple over there, okay?
I say that sometimes in the morning when we're doing our hate race.
do our
I'm
hate
like,
race.
I hate that I have to
It's a sad thing, but you know, get it out there. Just do it.
I'll show you the rice next week because our rice is starting to change a lot. The hate rice is like swamp, and then the love rice, it's starting to like dry out and get whiter. It's crazy. So I'll show you next week.
Okay, cool. Call in next week.
Okay. All
See you
right.
then.
I'll look forward to it.
Hi.
And if I find that video, I'll send it to you.
Okay.
About the words one. It was really good.
Sounds good.
Okay. All right. Talk to you soon.
Thanks.
Bye.
All right. We got up next Charlie. Going once.
What up?
There he is. Charlie, how are you?
How's it going, man? Good. How you doing?
Oh, are you going to play music for us? I'm so excited.
Yeah, let's do some jams, bro.
I'm ready. You want your clock to start? Do you have a?
Yeah.
You don't have a you don't have a NASA hat? You don't get 6 minutes? Too bad for you.
Nah, sorry.
All right. Well, it depends how good your music is. If your music is really good, we'll throw some extra on there.
All right. I won't expect much then.
Tell us what you're doing.
It's original that I wrote.
Wrong kind of guitar.
It's about the truth.
It's about the truth. All right. Ready? And wrote a song about it. And like here it goes. Go.
Hey, baby, I'm the sun in the sky. Hey. Hey, baby, I'm back again. I'm the sun in the sky. Won't you be my friend? Fools try to tell me how far I am from the highest of the flattest land. Hey, baby, I'm the moon in the sky. I got 8 phases. Won't you be my guy? My light's too bright for a spaceship flight. You know that shit's all one big lie. Hey, baby, I got laser beams for miles over water, and so it seems there's no deviation in between the water surface and the laser beam. Hey, baby, I'm gravity. You gotta have faith to believe in me. I'm actually buoyancy, density, magnetism, and electricity. Hey, is it all a dream? You and me creating our reality. If this is a dream, then let's open our eyes. That's it, brother.
All right. Not
Like
too
it?
shabby. That's a complete original. I'm taking it.
Yeah, I wrote it just for you.
For me? Wow.
Yeah, just for
So
you.
I feel special, but I'm not going to hold
So
your hand.
another thing I wanted to mention is Zulu time. Why don't we ever talk about Zulu time?
Zulu is in Mark Zulu?
As in the international time zone that all pilots use, or a world time zone, not international, but a global time zone that all pilots use.
I don't
to
think I knew
determine
that.
what time it is. Yeah, Zulu. So it depends on, I mean, it's the same thing as time zones because all you do is add a certain amount of hours or subtract
Okay.
a certain amount of hours from this Zulu time, which is supposed to be like the standard.
It's not the Greenwich Mean Time is not Zulu time?
Maybe it is the same thing. I don't know.
I don't know. I'm going to look it up into it because I've never even heard of it.
Yeah, Zulu.
I only know of Zulu
And
1.
then the other thing I wanted to talk about was there's a little statue that I think that they made in Malaysia that is a carving of an elephant. And the townspeople would hold milk up to this little statue of this little elephant and it would suck up the milk, and they would think that it was like some kind of spiritual significance, like, oh, it's the gods sucking up the milk through the elephant. But I think it's electrostatics, and I think it's the effect that electrostatics has on liquid when being close to a certain material or mineral, or maybe even close to a space where liquid will just siphon up. And I want to drop the link to the BBC where all these people are getting fooled. They're spending they're way overspending on these little statue elephants because they think that the thing is magic and it's sucking milk up from a spoon when they hold it up to the statue. But I think it's just electrostatic.
Sounds like a good guess.
Yeah.
I don't think it's the
And
toy
then
elephant.
You don't. Well, I don't think the elephant has like a siphon in it, and I don't think it has like a freaking pump in it or anything. I think it's just a regular statue because you can hold it and flip it upside down, looking inside and out of it. But I'm sure milk would come out of it, but I don't think it has like any sort of like electrical, wiring or anything to it. I think it's just electrostatics, because I think if you put water up to something with electrostatics, it will go up. I think that's
Good question. I will ask the resident electrostatics genius. With it.
Yeah, I sent him the link, but he hasn't gotten back to me. But that's all I had, bro.
All right.
Want to play that song and talk about those things?
Thank you very much. We appreciate it. We got
thanks, man.
up next David Henry. David, welcome. Oh, David. We're gonna go to the other David. You have a mic problem that's really bad, Mr. Henry. Try and fix it. Maybe unplug your mic, unplug the speakers, plug it back in, and let's go to the one and only David Weiss. Dave Weiss.
What's up?
Welcome to the show.
Update and tell you a funny story.
Okay.
I'm not wearing my hat because I don't need the extra time.
Okay, I'm gonna start the clock now then.
Infinite extra time because I'm here with Sean Hibbler. If you could see him in the background there.
Where?
There he is, right there. See him?
No, it's not Hibbs.
Hold on.
I kind of spooked him. But who's
Hibbler?
This? Who the
Jaron.
What's up, Jaron?
You're live on the air, Bo.
Now he's gone.
Okay.
All right. So we did a lot of filming for Level with Me, and I wore my NASA SpaceX hat the whole time.
Nice. Thank you.
Now I get infinite time, I believe.
Well, but did you tell where they can get it? Oh, well, then really didn't do much, did you?
But everyone's gonna see it and want it, and then they'll figure out where to get it.
Oh yeah, I'm sure they'll just look online and it'll just show up. Mm-hmm.
All right, we'll work on that. We'll work on that.
We got a learning disability here.
I'm making my blue dot sauce.
Wow, that's a lot of sauce.
Look, and this is the label.
I like it.
Blue dot sauce.
Oh, you put yourself standing on the back of it. That's cool.
I did.
So we can tip you upside down, and that's cool.
Well, it says nothing about Flat Earth other than my shirt, and they'll scan it, and it takes them to.
What is the yellow? Is that the ingredients?
That's the ingredients. Yeah.
Do you have any of the cricket dust or any of the bug dust that I've seen in other foods?
No, there's no bug dust. It's all organic.
Oh, okay.
All of it.
Well,
Crazy organic.
Organic could be bug dust as well.
Lowry and I are pulling, and Captain Flytastic are doing a meetup at my local pizza place, Rico's Pizza, and we put out a video. I'm sure you saw it. And the trolls are so sad. They've been emailing the restaurant saying,
"Oh boy,
they're going to be there. They're going to be telling your customers the Earth is flat and 9/11, and just like going crazy." What they don't know is the owners are in our Patriot group and they're truthers.
So just like going along with that. Oh, really? Okay, we'll worry about that. Thanks.
It's pretty well. The owner who's actually in Florida, he just like, what's going on? We're getting these emails, and the manager's like, "Oh no, this is fine. These are the greatest people ever." He goes, "No worries, no worries."
Wow, losers.
So that's trolls. I mean, what motivates somebody to do that?
Yeah.
Who does that? Who has time?
Right?
I just said that.
Yeah, who does that? Who has time for that?
That's all I got to say about that.
Okay, what else you got for me?
What else?
What is you guys filmed? Oh, you can't tell us. It's a secret. Very, very secret what you guys did today.
Some more.
And that comes out on the 21st?
On the Flat Earth Day, the 22nd.
Oh,
Used to be
22nd.
called Earth Day.
Okay.
Right.
Very cool. Looking forward to that.
And anybody that is in Connecticut or New York coming to the meetup, it's just a casual meetup, but you have to RSVP. If you don't, and we get too many people, only the people that RSVP will be allowed in.
All right.
All right.
Good to know. You heard it here first.
Check out the video on my DITRH channel.
How can they get some hot sauce if they want some hot sauce?
The first 25 people that RSVP get a free bottle.
All right. Well,
and the other not for sale. So.
Oh, they're not for sale.
There you go.
All right.
They're not for sale.
You heard that? It's already sold. That's what Dave's already sold out of his sauce. Can you next time include it?
I give it to some local restaurants and they have it on their counter.
Oh, nice. Okay. I like it.
They love it. People love it. And then they're like, "What the hell is this?" And they scan it and they're like, "Holy crap, I went out for an egg sandwich and now I'm a flat earther."
It's that easy. All right. So, I'll play out your exit song. Thank you very much, though, for calling in. Appreciate it.
See ya.
Later.
Bye.
All right. Let's see who's next. I think we're going to try and go back to David Henry, although his mic sucks. His mic, it fucking sucks. It really sucks. Let's try it. Have you fixed it? It's really bad today. You're like on you're on your way out. You're like it's like the final day, I think. Say the last rites and everything. I don't know what's causing that, but you just got nothing but static. Try and talk. No, we don't even hear a word. Nope. Nope, not a word. I don't know what to tell you. I guess I would reset your computer possibly. Try and jump back on. Do a reset because something's majorly wrong. I know what to tell you. It doesn't sound like it's going to clear up. It's something with your connection. Maybe you've got a short in the wire or something. Okay.
Whoa! Internet!
Upside down guy. Yeah,
hey, what's up?
Everybody,
I don't know how my audio is going to be.
Well, it's certainly better than David's.
Is that?
Tell you that much.
I'll be on.
Could you hear him or no?
No, his mic was broken.
Oh, okay, but you heard his mic was broken.
Yeah.
Okay. Welcome to the show. How are you?
Pretty good. Hey, I got my little drawing pad set up.
Wow. What are you using here?
I bought some little tablet thing to draw.
It's wireless and it connects through Bluetooth?
No. Well, yeah, it does, but it's a Wacom or something.
Those are not cheap. Yeah, out there. It's not like the high end. It's not like a $400 one though.
It's the Pro. It's the medium size. Yeah, it was $300.
Wow. And so you can do colors and everything. Can you draw pretty pictures?
No, I suck at pictures.
Oh, okay.
But
You know what there is now? I mean, there's all these AI sites. There's a site out there. I forgot what the name of it is, but you just draw really shitty, and then it fixes your drawing, makes it perfect.
Well, this is just a whiteboard. I have like the Adobe Illustrator app, but I didn't want to set that up.
Okay.
But what I wanted to talk about, you know that guy that said like he would like lay down and see the curve better?
Yes.
Did you ever figure out what he was talking about?
Yeah, I like saw it in a vision, believe it or not. I kind of understood what he was saying, but I cannot repeat it. I don't know it well enough.
Okay, so say this is him and he's looking out to the distance.
Okay.
So he's seeing like, I think he's saying like he sees the curve like this or whatever, because we see a lot more sky than we do the ground. So when he lays down the ground like this, I guess I could have made it close to the ground, but you're seeing like a lot more sky compared to the ground. So maybe he's saying like you could see the curve better or something because you see a lot more sky than the ground.
He'll watch the show, so we'll tell him to make sure he calls in next week and give us a. Can you give us a 3-minute presentation style on it?
I was thinking about like launching a Chinese space balloon, but having the GoPro like
I don't know. It's a little dangerous though. It's a little dangerous. I won't do that. They might see it.
Like instead of like just like the normal up and down of the GoPro, like have it sideways to where.
See, I can't figure out what that would do. But it could be just me.
Yeah, I guess it would just like disappear straight, wouldn't it? Like
I don't think it would do anything. But again, we haven't seen anybody do it, so why not?
Because like this would be like this if you turned it on the side, like this. But this is like if you're looking from top down. I don't know. I was trying to think of what he was trying to talk about.
I know it's hard to even. I just remember I saw it like a vision. I don't remember even what the vision was at this point, but I knew right when I saw it, I was like, "Oh, that's what he's talking about." But I still can't even.
But he was like saying like he saw like a road sideways or something like that.
Yeah, he said because if you're driving on the freeway in LA, then you can see the road curving. But I don't really I can't really apply that. You can see the road curving because you're seeing over. You're seeing higher than the cars, or you're seeing off in the distance. I don't think the same works for a globe. But how would I know? We don't live on a globe. So it's hard to think of what would a globe look like. Oh, I didn't start your clock.
Yeah. I was just thinking like you have a kid like so. I was thinking like a toy gets old really fast if you don't create a competitive game with it.
Mm-hmm.
So like say you give him just like a kickball or something.
Okay.
Then you would like you can only roll it around and bounce it so much before you get bored of it.
Very true.
So like if you like create a game where like you start kicking the ball and like make it a competition, like who can kick the ball farther, or just come up with games.
Good idea.
Like the toy wouldn't get old. So say like you get like a little toy car. I mean, you can only imagine driving it around in circles for so long, and then you get bored of it because you're not creating a good game with the toy.
Right.
So it's just kind of like people that hoard toys or just anything really, they get bored of it because there's not really a competitive nature to it. So it's kind of like a honeymoon phase, I guess, for a toy. It's where if you don't come up with a game for it, you're just getting a toy, giving it to your kid, and then he gets old fast because there's not a competition. Like everything fun is based around competition.
That's true. That's why I always talk about we don't all want to believe the same thing or life begins to suck.
Yeah, and like these participation trophies, they're all just ruining everything.
So are you going by claptrapism or are you upside down guy now? What is the official?
I think I'm gonna do upside down guy.
Clap is done?
No, but like the YouTube is gonna be like at claptrapism.
Oh, okay, I like claptrapism.
Claptrapism.
Do you want to hear a song for an ode to claptrapism?
Yeah, but real quick, I want to say I love you to the apple, and that it looks very fresh today.
Oh, the one behind me. I thought you were saying you love me at first. I was a little scared. And then I thought you said to Apple, and I was like, to Apple computers? All right, here comes the song for you. I'll pause your sound for you. See if you like it. I can give you the words if you want to learn the words.
I've got the clap and I'm giving it to you. I've got the clap and I'm giving it to you. I've got the clap and I'm giving it to you. Who's got the clap? I do.
I think you should put that as the entrance song. I believe that. Your time's back on. Go ahead.
I can't draw clapping. I'm really bad at
Drawing clapping is very difficult to do. Yes. Cannot do that, bro. No. All right. What else you got? You got 50 seconds.
See if I got. I drew this. I don't think it's bad, but I try to do like 2 minute.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I like the priest down there. What is that? Priest doctor? I don't know what.
It's a doctor. But then I was like thinking, like after I did it, like it's like.
And who's that? Fight the fat shirt? Oh.
The fat guys call him the drug addict, like a drug addict, and like it's all just name calling. But like I was gonna switch up the things to where like I'm gonna have them all looking into a mirror, and a lot of people can't look into the mirrors these days because they get, I guess, just disgusted.
Yeah, they're
So,
very.
I mean,
It's very ugly in there. Yeah, you should. I'll get you I'll send it on Telegram the name of that AI site because if you put those drawings in there, then it would make perfect drawings for you.
yeah, I just need to practice more, I guess.
Yes, you would need to practice a lot more.
Compete against myself.
Yes.
Well, this is like literally just like I probably spent like 4 minutes on this.
Not bad for 4 minutes.
And then yep, that's about it. Yeah, if you have toys or in kids or whatever, just try to create a game with them, and the toys will last a lot longer than just getting a toy and letting them use.
That's very true. We give a lot of Mabby's toys away. We'll have to do it again this coming Christmas, but maybe we can do your method instead.
Yep. Hey, have you gotten back into bowling yet?
No.
When was the last time you gone?
Oh boy. It would have been around the year that the Giants won the Arab World Series the first time, 2010-ish.
Well, if I go to the Flattoberfest, we can try to do a bowling game or something.
I'm down. There's lots of bowling alleys in Vegas. Better ones in Reno, but yeah, I'm down.
Yep. All right, man. I'll talk to you next week, probably.
All right. Peace.
All right.
We're going to try with David Henry again. David, we don't want to say bad things about you. Wow. Let's go with Charlie. Charlie, welcome to the show.
Hey, Jaron, how are you?
Good. I knew you were just lurking. I had a feeling. We were talking about you. Did your ears start to ring?
I don't know about no lurking. That wasn't me. It's been a while since I've been on the show and stuff.
But you were talked about you've been talked about during three people's calls today.
Oh, really? Are you sure you got the right Charlie?
I believe so. Didn't you? Aren't you? You're the one who talks about the curve being seen from the side.
Yes.
Okay, you need to give us a 3-minute presentation on it next week. You need to actually, because we all get a little bit lost. I kind of get it, and then I can't really explain it, and it's because you've never done a nice packaged 3-minute explanation of what the hell you're talking about.
I'll work on it, and I'll rehearse it.
Yeah. Sounds good to me. All right, that's great.
Okay, I appreciate it. Hey, I just wanted to share. I don't want to take away from your show. Big ups, big supporter. But I did want to share about the shirt that I'm wearing. I don't know if people could see it.
I never met a blue dot I don't like.
Yeah, it was something that Dave Weiss brought up in one of the commentaries a while back, and no big deal. And I told him that I was committed to making a shirt. And I that's his idea. I thought it was kind of cool. So I'm committed to wearing it. So maybe people could see it.
Nice.
And then maybe, hey, the blue dot, and stuff like that.
Can they get one too, or it's a one of a kind, one and only, one and done?
This is a one of a kind.
Okay.
But that could change depending on demand.
Okay.
And then that's where Dave Weiss could play a role.
You could step up.
And stuff like that.
Good.
But it's all good. So a lot of respects for everybody. I don't have any more to say. There was conversation. If I still have a few minutes.
You do. You have 2 minutes.
About teaching kids. I have a 9-year-old, soon to be 10.
Mm-hmm.
And for those that are having, kids early and they're still, not talking or 2 or 3 or 4, how do you introduce the truth? How do you introduce the flat earth? Based on what school is teaching people and then what you really teach at home, right? Home are the real teachers, mom and dad.
Right.
And then anything that comes in has to get filtered through mom and dad. Okay, son, what did you hear at school today? Okay, this is what they hear. They hear about all these weird things. And then part of them learning, okay, what you're learning or what they're teaching you is this and this and that. And then you share some truths so they understand the knowledge is coming in. being proactive with their learning from all angles. And that's what I've been doing with my son.
Excellent.
I
Nice
started
job.
to tell him about the flat earth about 2 years ago. And, he was around 8 years old, and I started teaching him that. And I think Whitsitt was talking about, what is like fairy tales. There are things that you're going to be taught, like, the Three Little Pigs with the wolf, but then you teach them that that's a story.
Mhm.
It's not real.
Right.
But for the sake of the test, you're going to have to answer, you're going to have to know what they're talking about so you can take the test, understand the material, and get a good score for that.
Right.
But at the same time, you got to be teaching them, and testing them also. If we know what the truth is, we ought to make tests so they can understand the material, not in the ear, out the other ear. Make a test based on flat earth truths and have them memorize it. Like a little book. Whitsitt or other people are making kids' books. People ought to be tested. And that's how you will
Do you think that,
instill-
though, testing is just really estimating your ability to repeat things, right? So,
Yeah, but what do you want your kid to memorize?
no, I agree with you.
that-
I would rather them get into the habit of, okay, well, memorizing whatever needs to be memorized to get through school. My son won't go to school, but I'm saying if I was talking to somebody who couldn't get their kid out of school or something. But I'm not sure. Yeah, I'd have to think about that one, because I think that really, if I'm homeschooling my son, I'm not going to give him tests like that. Just because I don't want him to think that just memorizing it for the night, getting it right on the test tomorrow doesn't make you smart, right? A parrot can memorize things.
Correct. But
right.
there are things that should be a fundamental that they should memorize.
Yeah.
And one way to do that is to test them on it.
Sure. Yeah. When you're
and that's
talking
what we do in
multiplications, right? And
conversations.
that's how you would test somebody on their multiplication table. So I get you what you're saying.
Yeah. And we do these tests on the way to school when I drive them to school, when I pick them up. Not all the way through, 15 minutes, but just a little bit so he can memorize. And maybe it doesn't have to be a test on paper, but a test and memorizing certain fundamentals.
He's almost at the same age my son got his infinite wisdom when he told me he knows where babies come from. And I said, yeah, where's that? And he says, the butt. So he was about 9 or 10 years old when he figured out that nugget of genius. So watch out. Your son might start learning that kind of good stuff. Then what are you going to do? What else you got for me?
That's all I have. My time is up. I just wanted to say big ups. I'm still around, very healthy, and
Well, thank you.
big ups.
Good. Glad you're here. And then, yeah, try and do that if you could put together something for us to give us an idea of what you're talking about. Because I think you did try it one time, but I still didn't grasp it enough to be able to repeat it. But I did see it in some sort of little moment of being way too high. So, but I forgot it. So that's what
I'll do a better presentation.
All right.
and
Thank
I'll
you.
practice
I didn't say. All right. That's good. We look
Thanks.
forward to it.
Cheers, everybody.
Take it easy. Peace. All right. We're going to give you another couple minutes, guys, to stare at the jars, and then we're going to check them. I don't anticipate anything, but we'll see. Why not, right? So let's see if we can watch something in the meantime. And nope. Let's get this over here. Let me get this off the screen. And this one on there. So I don't think we need any more. What time is it? Yeah, we're good. We're 2 hours. We're good. Nobody else calling. I'm going to shut that down. Shut her down. Shut her down. Let me check some super chats real quick. I just want to say thank you to the people at Rokfin. I did see one come across the phone, so I want to make sure if there's others. Thank you very kindly for supporting the show. Help keep it going and all that good stuff. Let's see what we got here. Tips. Wait, what? There it is. Okay, we got Jason Bowles. Thank you very much, Jason, for always being very generous. $20. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. And to everybody who became a channel member, thank you as well. And I'll just make sure that there's nothing here. I believe that's the button for it. I believe. Yes, let's go down here. And March 28th. Oh, that's the other day. Okay. So that's it for that. Thank you very much. And we've got let's get rid of that one. Do we have anything else over here that we were going to show? No. Okay, so again, over here on my right side is the Hate Rice. He's sitting back here on the send him your worst hateful messages. I'm not Rice, Apple. We are expecting him to look quite brown, maybe some spots. Depends how many people are out there throwing their big old manifest around, and how many people are not. So just give you a couple seconds over there. And then over here, we're going to look over here and we're going to think very lovely things about that apple and how good it looks, how sexy it is. Quite sexy, if I might say so myself. Let's real quick be right back. We're going to do an advertisement here for one of the best shows on the internet right now.
All right, stop. Scammer time. I am Nathan Oakley, and I am always right. Destroying my opponents, well, cause I mute their mic. So why would I ever stop my simple grift? I'll go after flat earthers when my views could use a lift. Now I can feed my girls from the money that I make. I'm a scammer, no man, it's Nathan Oakley, I don't matter. Every day on flat earth debates, can't trust this. Yeah, chocolate. What up, my homie? You can't trust this. 10th man, lift your head up for a second. Good boy, thank you. You can't trust this. Golem, nice morning show this morning. What was it? 3 viewers? Nice. Gaining some.
Whoa. All right. Welcome back to the show. So if you don't know the schedule, I believe my calendar is going well and the website is almost done. So we'll go a couple places real quick just to show you. Start out by going to, and then we're going to check. Remember, again, during this time, you're supposed to be sending your hate, sending your love. Strongly suggest it. And I wonder if we all just started yelling next time. If we did it again next week and we just yell every once in a while, like, I hate you. I love you. I hate you. I love you. And if you guys did it too, just shout at the screen. Maybe the ether picks it up. I'm not really sure how that works. I just know, do exactly what I just did with the 2 things of apple. Put it in your own little mini can jars. Put them in your closet or in your cupboard. And then every day have your alarm set for 9 a.m. or 9 p.m. or whatever. Go say little lovely things to one, hateful things to the other. And after about a week, you're going to notice quite a big difference. Quite large indeed. All right, let's go with this one here. So remember, you can go to shop.jeranism, shop.jeranism.com, and get yourself the very cool Fake X beanie that I've been wearing tonight. Been sporting this. We've got the, and if you want to see how good my friend Fatima looks in it, she is a great model for us. And she's got the both hats, but I haven't seen any pictures of the NASA hat yet. Tima, come on. What are you doing? And we've got, let's go back here. We've got the hat and the beanie combo over here. And we've also got the hat by itself that is shipped anywhere free in the United States. That includes such ridiculous states like Nevada and also Washington State. And that's surprising, but it is free shipping to them as well. Also Alaska, also Hawaii, also Maine, and even Florida. All right, so get your free shipping. You can also get the ebooks USB drive. You can get the Jeranism video content. You can get the duo of them both. You can get access to the Telegram library and all that fun stuff. All right, so do that. That would be great. And there was one other thing. Oh, yeah, my website. So if you go to, I guess the best place to go would be sleek.bio/Jeranism. That's my, whatever you call it, links page. But I was just going to show you the calendar, I believe, is up. So I got to take that off. That's done. But if you go to check my calendar on here, I believe the calendar will show up. And why is it showing October 22? Shouldn't do that. Should be, where are we at? 3:23? Yeah, it's 3:30, and it's not showing any event today. What's going on here? Maybe it's not ready. It's already moved on to tomorrow. I see. So if we go back a day, oops, that's a month. Go to monthly, and then go forward. Oh, no, that's going too far too. How would we just go back one day? Okay. Weird. And all right, cool. And this gives you the link to where the show is at. So if you just click it, you can get the link. Here you go to go. Oh, here's watch live for Iconoclasm. So there you can always check the calendar. It does have a nice little pinboard page. Oh, that's kind of nice. There you go. So just showing you that we've got the Jeranism show tomorrow, Iconoclasm Saturday, Glowbuster Sunday, Comedy Tour Tuesday, Comedy Hour, and back to again we have Crypto Class next Friday night. So anyway, that is at, you can go talkify.com/Jeranism, but you can also find that on the homepage of the website. And right now it's on the homepage of the temporary website. Alrighty. And I believe that's all I needed to show you. Let's go close this. Yes. And all right, we're ready to check it out. Have you guys sent enough of your hate towards it? I would be very shocked if we saw something significant. And if we do, we'll just, it doesn't prove anything. We got to do it again next week. See if we keep getting the same results, which would be highly indicative of truth. That's what truth does. All right, let's see what we got here. This is the hate. Hate looks to me like not much worse than when we put it in, although it does have like a little brown around the edge there. Okay. You won't probably be able to see it. Oh, let me move the bigger camera here. Webcam solo. And move it over. So let's see if you can get a good view of that. Oh, it doesn't look like there's writing on it. What is that? Looks like it's got a word in there. Oh, not now. Okay, but it's a little brown. It's a little, edges are kind of a little shaky. Let's see what we got over here. Man, I don't know if I'm crazy or what. I should have my wife come in and mix them up and then tell me, or not tell me which one was which, because definitely to me, man, that's crazy. Definitely to me, the love rice looks, or the love apple looks more edible. This is the love apple. This is the hate. Let's see if they look any different to you here. Is that just the darkness of my... It's hard to see in there. And I can't really... to me, it looks like the... Wow. If these were both put in front of me, I'm not sure I would eat this one. It's got like a brown spot at the bottom. I don't remember that being when we cut it. Do you see this brown? Right there. You see that brown spot? Kind of looks like...
What the hell? That's too much money, man.
Hey, thank you very much, whoever that was. Let me see. I'll get over there quick enough. We got Charles William Pemberton. Thank you very much. Have you ever looked into magnetic surveying? No. I have not. Magnetic surveying? No. So it would be incredible if we could do that in that short of a time anyway. So what I will do is trying to think if I should just... There'd be no way I could prove... See, the thing that sucks about this is I would say, I'll do it the next morning every day until next Thursday. But of course, it doesn't matter because I'm just going to do it anyway. But people can always say that I cheated. But I'll tell you, I'm giving you my word. You have my word that I will not open these mason jars at all. Okay? They'll never be opened again. And so I will, every day, I could film myself doing it, but that's kind of weird. But every day, I will spend 30 seconds yelling at the hate rice and telling it it's a piece of garbage and calling it, terrible names like Tony Fauci and Joe Biden. And then the good one, I'll tell great things and, say very funny things and loving things like, thank you for Joan Rivers, things like that. So, because I really don't know if you can really say, obviously, at this point that any changes have been made, which would be weird. It's been very quick. It's been super quick. Yeah, I don't see anything on the back that looks anything like it. So I'll do that. And then next Thursday, we'll check in with you and just see how much change I can make in 1 week by simply spending 30 seconds a day, either telling it off or telling it that we love it very much. All right. Let me check the chat, see if there's anything going on here. Thank you very much again, Charlie. If anybody's got anything for me to say, I'm out of here. Jaren doesn't have enough hate to shrink a lemon. Yeah, I just say like funny things in a hateful way, I guess. It is hateful, but it's certainly not like real hate. It's just, But again, it would be weird if we saw it do it that quick. That's pretty quick. That'd be 2 hours. But again, man, it's hard to see because the desk is that same color. Yeah, next time I do something like that, I'll see if I can incorporate a way to do a blind look at it after. Because I guess that could be one thing, right? You're seeing what it says, and you might kind of lead yourself down that path. So really, I do think there's some experiment here that we can totally stand behind. I just don't know what it is. I think that during a show, if we wanted to show that sound does a difference, I think that if we took 2 glasses of water, put it behind there, put one with headphones listening to Beethoven, one with headphones listening to Insane Clown Posse, I think you're going to see that the structure of the Mozart is obviously much better. Right? Right? All right. And it doesn't like anybody. Good. I told my rice it was gay for a week and it turned rainbow colors. Nice. Very nice. Love the show. Love the community. Love you, Jaron. Thank you very much. Jason L. I feel like we are their spirit guides. All right. Great. Jaron, shut phone ins. Well, I didn't actually. It's still open, but nobody's come in, so obviously not. Adam and Eve loved apples. Little too much. Probably could have saved 100 million people or 100 billion people a lot of trouble. All right, it's been fun. I've got some stuff to do. We'll see you tomorrow at 3 p.m. Pacific for the Jeranism show. We're going to be talking all about AI, and my opinion is quite different than most people's. And we'll kind of discuss it, though, why they're doing it. I do think that there's an end goal here, and the end goal is probably going to be that all of us have so much fun using AI, and it starts to get put out there, and then before you know it, they're going to just say, we can't tell the difference between real people and AI anymore, and therefore, all of you are going to need a digital ID. It's going to need to be put into your hand. It's going to have to be put into your head. It's going to help you buy and sell. Don't worry, though. Plus, we'll give you free donuts for a week at Dunkin' if you just get this embeddable internet ID tag / dog tag / slave chip / noose. So it's pretty cool. But I also think that people are too scared of this stuff. I was somebody who said just recently that, not too long ago, that I didn't think driverless cars would ever be a thing. And I said, who's going to pay if it hits somebody? Who's going to do all these things? And then I started really thinking about it, and I said, you know what? I think if we lived in a great society with a great government and great representatives, then we would all be excited about all these things. The problem is we've got parasites at the top of this pyramid structured earth, at least metaphorically. And these guys are going to hold you down no matter what, even if it means lying to you about science, even if it means lying to you about anything. So if you haven't actually verified these things for yourself, you're simply taking the words of others. That's probably the least impressive thing you can do, right? Least impressive. So, guys, it's been fun. I will see you tomorrow. We'll talk manifesting. Wow, Claptrap gifted 5 memberships. Who's going to take advantage of that? Rob Glow's up for the free donut. That's cool. Do you like that? All the memberships are being taken up. Quick. Nice. All right. So we're going to see you tomorrow, 3 Pacific. Saturday, Iconoclasm, 3 Pacific. And tomorrow we'll revisit our apples, see how they look. And AI. When is the show about AI again? Tomorrow, 3. Tomorrow. Jaron, about the rocket hitting the dome, it's an Antonio spin device. You can see it. It's not hitting anything. I wish people would stop using that argument. It's called a yo-yo spin device, not Antonio. Antonio. It's an Antonio spin device. I believe it's called a yo-yo spin device. And if I'm wrong, laugh at me all you want, but I've always thought it was yo-yo. That is funny. Plain Reality says, Jaron, look into getting the comedian Jim Brewer for the next Flat Earth Summit. Hibbler had him on. It's in the works. He also had on Conspiracy Music Guru. If you haven't seen that, it's pretty good. My last channel glitches my credit card. Okay. THC, I sent you. I think I sent you something in Telegram like 2 weeks ago. Mike, check it. I don't know if you just didn't. You just don't like me anymore or something. Did we break up? You should probably tell me. There's a lot of strange I could be getting if you would have told me that. But I think we're good. All right. What do we want to listen to on the way out of here? Can we listen to the Jaron song? It's always fun. We're listening to the Jaron song again for the 300th time. This song it's on YouTube well before I was ever on YouTube. So it's certainly not about me, even though most of it might coincide. It is not me. It is somebody else named Jaron, and they spell their name differently. So All right. I think they're done with that one. Good. Sarah, thank you for keeping everybody happy. I see that everybody likes talking to you in the chat. That's always awesome. I still crush on you. Knock it off. Keep that to yourself, Mike. I said something the other day in the chat group on Telegram. I said something about I was going to smash somebody, and then like everybody got mad at me. Like, don't you know what smash means now? I'm like, what? We can't smash people now? They're like, no, only in this case. I'm like, oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know Smash changed. Smash Brothers, the video game, whole new world. Whole new world. We all want Jim Brewer for the next Summit comedian. I agree. I want Jim Brewer for the next Summit comedian. But I also want a house with a pool and my crypto to go to 14 million. So, manifest it. Let's do it. Alrighty. We are out of here. Much love, guys. We will see you tomorrow. 3 p.m. Pacific. It's been fun. If you were reaching out for me, t.me/Jeranism. That's the best way to get a hold of me. Any other way, and it may take you a long, long time. Till tomorrow. This has been Jeranism. Much love. Peace.
I know this dude named Jaren and he's looking real fine. And no, I'm not a homo, but I gotta try to make him mine. Cause he holds all of the secrets that the ancients once kept. But the way to Jaren's heart is proving you have once leapt from a volcano or a cliff or an airplane into danger without fear, crying, screaming, waking babies in their mangers. He can smell your fear from 1,000 miles away. And if you try to deceive him, well, today's your last day. You can bet he doesn't want a coward or a liar coming up to him saying, can you be my friend? Maybe you can man it up and lay it down in front of him, show him you're strong enough to go out on a limb. He's got enough ladies lining number on the block to fill 747's loading number on the clock. A lot of men are crying every single day, praying for a Jaren day, but they can afford the price to pay. All the women want him and all dudes want to be Jaren, but the fact of the matter is, there's only one Jaren. He's got an internet following that forms a giant group. He can translate ancient tablets using alphabet soup, which he rarely even does, though it fetches big money. He doesn't even need it cause he sweats pure honey. His fans send him gifts, make him gifs, jump off cliffs, just for the once in a lifetime honor of seeing Jaren take a sip of his famous oat stew. That's right, he's a stew chef. You may say, what's a stew chef? Well, you probably never seen a stew chef cause there's only one stew chef and it's Jaren cooking it up. He's known for only filling friends and family's cups with his decadent sludge that he boils all night, every night, all night, every night. It's out of sight. He can do a dance that makes everybody pee their pants and make a mess and cause stress. He's on a mission with the Jerry Berry Blitz and the Jerry Berry Twist. He's riling up the world. You can do the Jerry Berry Blitz and the Jerry Berry Twist. You can imitate the best just like the rest. Come on, Jaren, show the world what you got now. He's gonna show you his dance. He's gonna show you his skills. His dancing skills. Check him out, y'all. Grow with every fight, and every fight that he fights, he destroys his opponent and leaves a sticky mess on the ground. He wages war when provoked, and when provoked, he starts to smoke out of his butthole, and that's when you run away or die. Cities topple, buildings fall, mountains melt, and rivers stall when Jaren says so, cause he does what he wants when he wants. Sovereign nations all bow down when Jaren comes around. They know they can't match his skills, yeah, they've all heard this song. He's lived for thousands of years and caused innumerable tears and broken so many hearts, I just don't know where to start. His flow's unbreakable, swagger unshakable, his style's impeccable, and you can't do anything when he competes at Pizza Prize Bowl. Girls want to marry him, but a mate would only slow him down. And besides, you know that he would never ever share his crown. He's left everyone he's met depressed, torn up, and so forlorn. What's scary is you haven't